Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Advent Member Talks. My name is Sam, and my pronouns are they, them. I'm the Director of Member Experience at Advent Co-working. We are a creative co-working community, event space, art gallery, podcast studio, and yoga studio. And we are so excited to put on this weekly event each week featuring a different member on the topic of their choosing. It gives our members an opportunity to skill share with all of you, and also we get to promote them on our socials, which we love supporting all of the work that our members are doing. You can go and view all of our previously member talks on our YouTube channel, Advent Co-working. We also have blog posts monthly about them on our website, adventcoworking.com. So I'm excited to have Akil here today. So I'm going to hand it over to him. And if you have any questions, go ahead, type those into the comments, and we'll have a short Q&A at the end. All right, I think you might be muted.
Outstanding. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay, good to go. Thank you first and foremost for inviting me here to speak. Right, this is a great platform. Avid is a great community of individuals coming together to help each other, and not just for themselves, but for the community and the services they provide for the community and other businesses. So thank you first and foremost. Of course, my name is Akil Bay. I'm not going to be along with each and every one of you all that's joining us today, but I'm going to be very strong with the information that I'm going to be given, because this information was given to me at a time of my life that was very, very, very detrimental to myself. My background is United States Marine Corps. After the Marine Corps, I moved to Atlanta, Georgia, dealt in the music industry. After that, I ended up being homeless, introduced to the profession of network marketing over 10 years ago now. When I first started, it wasn't that easy for me, because I had a lot of changing myself to do in that short span of time in which I wanted to success. But over the past 48 months now, I've had great success. I don't really like to talk about my own success, but I can say the individuals I've worked with, we have created 33 seven-figure earners in the past 48 months. I'm super, super excited because this information that I'm going to go over with you was actually given to me by my mentor. So it's not my own information, and my mentor was given to him by his mentor. Ultimately, it came from the source, right? And the source is whoever you may be believing in. No matter what religion that is, the source is God or the universe or whatever you want to call it. But I believe that if you take this information that I'm going to give you today, you can be successful at anything that it is that you want in life. Just point blank, period. Anything that you want in life. But you have to be serious and ready to get to work with this information. Just don't get the information, listen, say, oh, that sounded great. Oh, that was an amazing speech. No, take the information and put it to work, because if it can work for me, it could definitely work for you. Okay, so this is what we call a success formula. My mentor is Mr. David M. Monetier, right? That's his book right there, one of his books right there. That's my personal mentor, Mr. David M. Monetier. And this gentleman has had many success stories come out of his network, including myself. But I'm going to tell you, this information I'm going to give you is very important. It's called the success formula. Okay, so get your pens and papers ready. Take this formula down, because it's definitely powerful. Okay, so the first one is desire. Okay, desire. You have to have something in your heart, something in your soul that you want. Right? You can't go anywhere or go on a trip and not know your destination. So you have to always have the end in mind. So you have to have your goal, your desire. You want to know exactly what it is that you want, right? A lot of people has never or haven't yet wrote their goals, right? And some people say, well, why do I have to write my goals down? So that you can see it every day, okay? Because this is part of it, getting your desire into a auto suggestion mode in your mind. Because if you get it into your mind and you see it and read it each and every day, then what is going to happen is your body is going to start doing what your mind think about the most. See, what I know is this is proof. If you have a significant other, right, you saw that significant other. As soon as you saw that significant other, your thought went through your mind. And guess what you did? You approached that person, or if you didn't approach them that time, sometime between then and time you all got together, you had to approach each other, right? So that's just one example of your thoughts come first. So if you write it down first, you see it, you read it, then it's going to start to develop in your mind over and over because you want to speak it as well. Okay, so first you write it down, then you see it, then you speak it. Now, my mentor always say this, like, you know, anything that you say, you hear. Anything that you say, you hear. But you take it the H off of here. What is that? That's ear. It goes into your ear, back into your mind. Whatever's in your mind, ultimately, over and over and over again, goes into your heart. And this is what caused the desire. So that's the first one, your desire. You have to get your desire. Now, desire plus the skill set, whatever it is that you specialize in. A lot of people think the skill set is the most important part. No, the skill set isn't the most important part. The majority of multi-billionaires, multi-millionaires, the few trillionaires do not have college degrees. So it isn't the skill. No, it was the desire, the idea they came up with, and they just went to work. They messed it up all the time. They was on the path. They messed everything up. They found out the way it was done, fixed this, bump, you know, runway, one-way street, whatever the car crash, whatever the case may be, they got to their destination without all of the education up front. A lot of people say, well, let me learn how to do this first. Let everything be in the right place. It's all about timing. No. The timing is whenever you make the decision on your desire and you start moving in that skill, right? And you will develop your skill as you go forth, right? But you cannot wait until the perfect time because no time will be the perfect time, okay? So the skill set is 1 to 9%, 1 to 10% of to get to success. The thought is the spiritual side. The idea is the spiritual side. That's 99 to 90% of the power that you need, okay? So you have your desire, right? Plus your skill times your faith. This is the most powerful part because you can have the desire, you can have the skill. But if you don't believe, and I'm not talking about just in God, right? That's the first one. You have to believe in a greater being, right? Whatever that greater being may be. But also you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your abilities to do so. You have to have self-confidence, right? I should have brought out that book, right? I should have brought out that book because this is powerful. You should have had that. You should have self-confidence, okay? And ultimately, if you're working with others, you have to believe in the people that's working around you and hope and believe that they have those first two in place, just like you have in place, so it can work in unison, right? So now you have desire plus skill times faith equals success. What is success? Like a lot of people don't even know the definition of success. My mentor told me success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. I'll say it again so you can write it down. The progressive realization of a worthy ideal. While I'm speaking to you, I'm going to look up this self-confidence formula because I want to read this to you all. If you don't know about Napoleon Hill and one of the best-selling books on the planet, right, since its conception, Think and Grow Rich, I'll give you a clue. Go get it and read it over and over again. I got it on my 33rd birthday, and I've almost been reading it 10 years now, over and over and over again, so that you can, you know, for myself, but so that I can regurgitate some of these things that's working for me. Self. Okay. But we have that in place. Okay. So now that we have your desire plus skill times faith equals success, now we have to understand that these things work in unison. But what is the problem? Everybody, we all know everything. A lot of people think they know everything. A lot of people I talk to think they know everything. First thing is you have to be a student, always stay a student, right? Always stay a student, because when you're always a student, you're always going to get better. Then for those of you all that think you know everything, think you know the information, oh, I've heard that before. What happens is you end up staying in the same place because you have ego, edging God out, right? Go back to God, go back to the source, whatever God that is. Then we have to look at, if we know, do we think we know everything? Okay, you know that you have problems, and have you fixed your own problems yet? Because if you haven't fixed your own problems, how can you fix anyone else's problems? A lot of people in business, get this very confused. See, they love money and they use people, rather than you should use money and love people. If we ever wonder why our businesses isn't running right, or why are we not having the success that we thought we had, is because we lost the love of people. We never started with the true love of people. Our little side agendas was like, oh, I can make $1 million, or I can make 1,000 a day, or I can make 1,000 a minute. It wasn't for the love of people. Right? When you go into everything, of course, you're going to make money, but let the money be the default, because you will make a lot of it. I'm going to tell you this. I didn't start making money until I learned this lesson. When I stopped worrying about the money and I just start worrying about the people, and I'm not saying worrying, but I'm saying loving the people, then that's when success hit me. I got a lot of people say, hey, you should write a book. You should write a book. Why? Why? Are you thinking about money? Or are you thinking about truly helping people, right? Because I say, okay, well, let's write a book. Well, I charge this to do it. Well, you're not into the help. You're not. Why are you going to charge me to write a book? I can write a book myself without anybody's help, right? All it is, it takes a pen and a paper. Look, a desire plus skill equals, times faith equals success. I don't need a person's help that wrote a book to write a book. And if I did need a person's help, guess what I would do? I would go to someone that, like my mentor, and I would say, hey, mentor, I need help. I'm writing this book. What do I need to do? And guess what? He's done it before. Multiple books, thousands of copies sold. And he would tell me for free, because he know ultimately is going to help multitude of people. So we have to understand. And guess what? I'm going to come out of my pocket and donate regardless, over and over and over again to him for that help, without him even wanting to charge me from the start. Self-confidence formula. If you don't have that book, please get that book. Please get that book. I'll say it again, Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, self-confidence formula. I'm going to go ahead and pull it up now. It's 5 paragraphs. But these paragraphs are major. This book was wrote in the early 1900s. The early 1900s. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Okay, that's the wrong one. Self-confidence formula. Okay, here we go right here. Okay, had to download it. We got about 5 minutes left. Let's go into it. I know that I have the abilities to achieve the object of my definite purpose in life. Therefore, I demand of myself persistence, continuous action towards its obtainment, and I here and now promise to render such actions. I know I have the ability. So you have to know that you 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 know you do have the ability to create whatever you want to create whenever you want to create it. It doesn't matter on the how-tos. The how-tos, you will find out the how-tos. Okay. The next one is the demanding thoughts. Go back into the mind. The demanding thoughts of my mind will eventually reproduce themselves into outward physical action. How can something be reproduced if it wasn't produced first? Where was it produced first? It was produced in the mind. So it is going to be reproduced where? In the outward physical actions, and gradually transform themselves into a physical reality. Therefore, I will concentrate my thoughts 30 minutes daily upon the task of thinking of the person that I intend to become, thereby creating in my mind a clear mental picture. Like I said, you have to write it down, read it every day, say it every day, 30 minutes a day. Say it. You think I'm playing with this? Look, I see my goals. I don't believe in vision boards. I believe in vision environments. I have to see my goals everywhere I go. I have this picture posted. This is my next promotion. I have $100,000 a month residually. I'm thinking in my mind where I want to be. I need to see it. I'm so happy and grateful now. This stuff works, literally. If you would have saw me 10 years ago, if you would have saw me 49 months ago, you say, who is this guy talking this crazy stuff with these dreadlocks, nappy, free dreadlocks just going everywhere? Who is this guy talking about he's happy and grateful now that he's a millionaire? You say, this guy's crazy, right? But it's working still today. It's still working today. And not just for myself, but multiple other individuals. Here we go. Here we go. Therefore, I will concentrate my thoughts 30 minutes daily upon the task of thinking of the person that I intend to become, thereby creating in my mind a clear mental picture. Number 3, I know through the theory of autosuggestion, that's that word again, and desire that I persistently hold in my mind will eventually seek some expression through some practical means of obtaining the object or position I desire. There go that desire word again. Number 4, I have clearly written down, writing your goals, written down a description in my mind of my definite chief aim, and I will never stop trying until I develop significant self-confidence for its obtainment. Here go the last one. This is the last one. This is very important. This is very important. I need everybody to really listen to what I'm about to say and read. I didn't make this stuff up. This was wrote in the 1920s. I did not make this up, but it still works today. I realize that no wealth or position can long endure unless built upon truth and justice. I will engage in no transaction that will not benefit all whom it affects. I will succeed by attracting to myself the forces that I wish to use and the cooperation of other people. I will induce others to serve me because of my willingness to serve them. I will eliminate all hatred, envy, jealousy, selfishness, and criticism by developing love for all humanity, not Black, not just white, not just Asian, not just Puerto Rican, Mexican, all humanity. This is big for today's society and all for years, all humanity. That's powerful. Where am I at? I was about to go into a whole nother realm, y'all. Boom, 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 boom. For I know that a negative attitude towards others will never bring me success. I will cause others to believe in me because I believe in them and myself. I will sign my name to this formula, commit it to memory, and repeat it aloud once a day in a full faith that I will gradually influence my thoughts and actions so I will become a reliant and successful person. People think this is, woo. You ask any super successful person, Fortune 500 company owners, you ask 100 of them. Over 90% of those individuals, you ask them what book they read, what helped them. Over 90% of them will say Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. If you want any type of success, I suggest you get that book and you read it. These are some of the principles that I've used in my life, my mentor used in his life, and I spread the word. Our goal is to impact 1 billion people on whatever they want to do. If you want to sell toothpicks, you can use these same principles and be a multi-billionaire selling toothpicks. It doesn't matter what you do, but you have to do it the right way for all humanity. So with that said, I'm going to give it back to our sister and for the Q&A.
All right. Desire plus skill set times faith equals success.
Yes.
I love that. All right. I put this into the comments for your book recommendation, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. So that's in there for folks. A few questions. So it sounds like your mentor has just been so impactful on your life.
Yes.
How would you suggest someone go about finding a mentor for themselves?
Uh, well, depending on what industry you're in, um, depending on what industry you're in, who you're around, if you're doing the right thing, ultimately your mentor will find you.
Mm,
You don't even have to find your mentor. If you're doing the right thing, your mentor is going to take notice of you, and they're going to ask you, hey, I see what you're doing. I like what you're doing. Let me help you do what you're doing. I see you're bringing value and you have a desire to do so, and I want to help you. Uh,
right.
and, go to the right places, be around the right people, ask the right question. Really, ask the right questions. Some people don't ask the right questions. People make bold statements, but never ask the right questions.
How do you figure out what the right questions are, though?
Oh, the right questions, just simply, a simple question. How may I serve you?
Mm, right. Serve the people, love the people, do the work,
How,
and
yeah.
the opportunities will come to you.
How may I serve you? Well, what's your story? Tell me your story.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear your story. When can we sit down? Can I buy you lunch? Because I would love to hear your story. You're successful. I would love to be able to listen to your story because maybe I can find something within your story that can help me along the way while I'm creating my own story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, another part of that in there too is like self-confidence that you mentioned, right? Like, do you have any tips for folks building self-confidence?
Um, get the book, read the book.
Okay. You heard
read,
it here, folks. Read the book.
read the book. Uh,
Yeah.
let go. I say this, let go of anything that's in your past because at some point in your life, somebody did something to you that got into your mind and you believe what somebody said about you and they're not you.
Mm,
Once you let all of that go and what they say don't matter in your life that brought you down to a lower point where you don't believe in yourself, you don't believe in your ability. Us as business owners, we hear it all the time. Oh, that's not going to work. I just started a new business, no likes. I just started a new job, thousands of likes. This is how society has programmed people. Some people may be on here don't believe in themselves. Some people may be on here don't believe anything that I'm saying. No matter what I say, what they call it, cognitive dissonance.
mm,
I can say the sky is blue and you can argue me up and down all day long because all of your life somebody said the sky was red and you believe blue is red. And we can prove it to you that it's not, but it's the emotional attachment to that. So get out of whatever someone put on you emotionally to bring you down and start believing that you are God, the most high child. You are in that DNA. You are the only being on earth that can think of something and create it.
mm.
You don't have to fly south for the winter. stuff
Yeah.
stuff works and it's real simple. But
Yeah.
most people don't think.
Absolutely. Well, last question I have here. Um, so toothpick, someone wants to, make a lot of money, they can do whatever, but is it possible, to have a project that's successful? Maybe like I'm kind of thinking in my head like nonprofits here where it's totally about the love of the people, but it's not profitable. Um, you know?
By default, it's going to be profitable, not in a financial way,
Hmm.
satisfaction, a satisfaction within yourself,
Yeah.
right? You're gonna have a lot of people just with that. You like to help people. I got a quote. I used to be in the music industry. I say help self because self-help can help you help someone else.
Mm.
So you have to help yourself first to help someone else, right?
Right.
With a nonprofit, you still need profit to have nonprofit. You have to make some type of money to push the nonprofit. Who are the people that have hearts like you that are in the financial being place where they can fund what your goals are? Or is the idea an idea that generate income to funnel to others in that, product and service? I always say this: these are the 4 steps. These are the four levels, right, of consciousness. First, you have to be spiritually on point. You have to be one with, pray, meditate, whatever it is that you do. Second, you have to have your health right. Do you go to the gym, right? Do you do your yoga, right? Do you do your stretching? Are you eating the right foods, right? That's a big play too, but that's a whole nother, and that's not my full forte. So I'll let someone within in the Avid family talk about that. Then you talk about family. Business come last. Business come last. Mm. Of course, you need money to take care of your family, but at the same time, your family not right, then business doesn't move the way it needs to move. So if you base your nonprofit around those characteristics, it's going to thrive. Easy. It's going to thrive. People will start showing up to your door and you don't have the slightest idea. Just start it out. Write this down. I'm so happy and grateful now that my nonprofit is the biggest nonprofit in the world. Buy and set that date and read it every day. And read it every day. Don't say next week. Please don't say next week. And give yourself some time.
Absolutely. Well, Thank you so much for this just really powerful and amazing advice. I really appreciate you coming on here. And when we post this up on our YouTube channel, Advent Co-working, I'll make sure to include that link to the book as well as to, your website. If folks want to learn more about you or connect in any way, what's the best way for them to do that?
Well, I have Facebook, Akil Bay on Facebook, One King Bay, the number 1, the actual number, KINGBEY. That's my handle on Facebook and on Instagram, and Akil Bay on YouTube, AKILBEY. First name AKIL, last name BEY. Or you can just give me a call. I don't have no problem giving out my phone number, 404-944-2922, 404-944-2922.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. And thanks to everyone who's joined us today and for everyone watching this later on our YouTube channel. I hope that you'll join us next week. We're going to have Melvin from Creative Canvas Productions talking about, the power of knowing your purpose. So very much related to this and, super important, as an entrepreneur for you to know. So Advent Member Talks every Tuesday at 4:30 here on Facebook Live. We'll see you next week and I hope you all have a great evening.